Hello, my name is Murray Wilkinson from Future Gen. This afternoon, being the start of a new financial year, I wanted to actually speak about the do's and don'ts of property rental deductions. There's been a recent upsurge in activity from the Australian Tax Office in this area, and in this week's blog, which you'll see on my website, I'm actually publishing an article called The Do's and Don'ts, and I'm actually extracting from the Tax Institute, which is of just of June, where they actually published a non-exhaustive list of where things can go wrong and what to be aware of. I draw your attention to this because surprisingly, in Australia there are over 2 million people who claim deductions for rental properties, and there's an excess of $46 billion which is actually claimed each year. So it's a sizable amount, and as you can imagine, the tax office is turning their sights on this. In the article this week, some key areas I'll draw your attention to are the definition and the differences between claiming maintenance of a rental property versus capital items, so what the difference is between the two. I'll be drawing your attention to what is the term generally rented all about from the tax office perspective, being generally available for rental. We'll be talking about how it affects a property when it's used for personal use. We all know people who've actually got rental properties who family, friends use them, and what the effect can be from the tax office's position again, how they view that. And lastly, we'll be talking about the change of depreciation, how it's assessed from May 2017. So there's some pretty important changes there. So if you've got a rental property, or you're interested in buying a rental property, or you've got friends who've got a rental property, I think this is certainly an article that you should be looking at. So I'll see you next week.